Okay, so let's talk about this section. The price of whistleblowing. For some employees, the price of speaking out has been steep. Leaked memos showed that in early 2020, Amazon discussed smearing a warehouse worker who spoke out against the company's COVID-19 practices and was later fired. Amazon said the employee was fired for putting other employees at risk of COVID-19. In September 2021, Amazon reached a settlement with 2 other employees who said they had been fired over their climate activism within the company. Other whistleblowers have narrated how their lives were upended by speaking out against major tech companies. The worker behind the walkouts at Google, Claire Stapleton, left the company after 12 years of working there due to a perceived retaliation for her role in organizing. Netflix told The Guardian in an email that, quote, it respects the decision of any employee who chooses to walk out and recognizes, quote, we have much more work to do within Netflix and in our content. Quote, we value our trans colleagues and allies and understand the deep hurt that's been caused. And he kind of goes on to say, if we're going to equate things to violence, maybe we should talk about action movies because they're actually violent. More straightforward than some positions. So, all right.
Interesting.
The white collar workers, tech workers,
yes,
across the world are now understanding their labor power and their ability to change the unethical practices of their employer by withholding their labor.
Unethical practices of their employer.
There's a lot of Kafka traps in here, but I would say that I don't think that there's this new understanding that just appeared.
Right.
And I'll say this, before we start talk about the labor thing, there's things I'm passionate about.
Sure.
There's things that I wouldn't put up with
ever
by an employer.
100%.
Me personally, or maybe even the impact that they would have on the world or the community that I lived in.
Right.
The first thing I would do is quit.